Kind of want to listen to an ATL is a scam.
What's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore?
The entire process of apartment hunting.
We just caught this nigga like trying to fucking break in cars.
But they showing you the apartment that's going to look nothing like what you're gonna get.
Let me tell you this one thing only. Them luxury apartments are
Don't even do that, because I only been gone for a week. Today on this video, I want to talk about why I regret moving to Atlanta. Luxury apartments, they are not luxury apartments. When I tell you that they slapped the word luxury on anything, they took a apartment complex in the Upper West Side, like the hood area, and remodeled
I know where you're talking about.
Luxury. No, I wouldn't live there. I wouldn't live there. When I first got here to Atlanta, I had to get an apartment because I just got my new job. And I went to this place called Icon. Don't get fooled, because now the Icon is called.
Shout out to Jamie White. I'll link this video in mine as well, just so I ain't trying to get flagged. I give you your props since I'm watching your video and reacting to it.
When I was going to stay, it was called the Icon. I was going to have a room on the 31st floor.
So for the record, everybody, I live in Atlanta and I've been here for almost 10 years, going on this August. So I recognize the scams, like from the scams that I've seen like just like the internship scam, the pro bono scam. I've seen the open mic scams, real estate scam. I've done it. I've been an agent for 6 years. I'm a real estate appraiser for going on 3. Like I'm aware of some type of scams that be going on, man, in Atlanta.
I did the application, paid the
just
fee,
so you
went
know,
through the process.
I'm living here
like
now.
3 days. In that time, I did do another application fee for where I live now. The day comes where I live now accepted me into the apartment. So I was like, hey, it's been an extra 3 days with no input back from Icon. So I just went ahead and signed here. I kid you not, right after I signed here, the Icon called me. They said, your apartment is ready. And I'm just like, I just signed a lease somewhere else. And the girl was like, oh no, oh my God, can you get out of it? And I was like, no, like I've been waiting for a week. Get on TikTok 2 weeks later, why is the Icon going downhill?
What living in a luxury apartment in Atlanta looks like. See here. Broken elevators for 6 months. Unfinished hallways that are covered with trash. High-end fitness facility.
Everybody's sending to me, I'm sending to my friends. If you go on Google and look at the Icon reviews, and it was like, y'all don't live here. They had a 45 car break-in. I'm glad I dodged that bullet. But no, let me tell y'all about where I stay at now. You know, we don't have car break-ins. No, we don't have car break-ins, but they'll boot the fuck out of you. I go outside every day, it's a boot, 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 boot. The booting in Atlanta, wow. Let me go to the topic of booting. I remember one night I came
Literally. The booting is a crazy scam because so many folks just get a boot, get a vest, and think they in business, got some shit going on, slap some stickers. They'll sit around and do this all night, you know. And I don't play with them boots, because you really come out, they got 2, 3, 4 boots on your shit. Like they gonna try to get that money up out of you, all from all from boots. But that's why it was the boot girls, the Buckhead boot girls or something, and they would go around, and I probably should show y'all the Buckhead boot girls. Buckhead boot girls. Boom. There they go. Let's watch this. Sorry. Ooh. 2 girls in masks. They literally, that's what they do. You get a boot, they got a master key. They'll come and unlock it. Let's see what they're saying.
On the way.
I think I speak for all. If you've ever had your car booted, it's infuriating. And now, 2 best friends are turning that annoyance into a side hustle and challenging Atlanta's parking enforcement industry. They call themselves the Boot Girls in Buckhead, removing the boot with a magic key. And they're going viral on TikTok doing it, sporting pink and black bedazzled masks to hide their identities. The ladies arrive and remove the boot in just moments, charging $50 versus a discount to the city's price of $75. So joining me now to discuss.
No way. What? I'm not even paying 50. I'm breaking this motherfucking boot. It's coming home with me.
This business are the Boot Girls in Buckhead and their manager, Christian Barrett. Thank you all.
These
for
niggas
being
is
here.
all over Atlanta, owning clubs and shit. These type of niggas.
Hello.
So first of all, why did you?
Hey, parents said, look, he got that Jewish on. You know what's up? He
car boots in the Atlanta
sell
area.
jewelry. Family sell jewelry or something.
So we just happened to get a boot at my old complex. Boot Shiesty got a boot, and we just called a dude to take it off.
Okay, so you are Boot Baby. And I do know that your other girlfriend that you do this with, she couldn't be here at this time. I got to ask you this, guys. Is this even legal?
Yes.
Yeah, they try to act like it's not, but I mean, we're not hiding. We've done it in front of law enforcement. I mean, our lawyers have assured us everything we're doing is 100% on board. As long as you don't damage the boot or take the boot, there's really nothing they can charge you with. It's a civil issue at best because it's between a private company and private citizens.
Makes sense.
So I see you there disguising your face and your identity. Do you fear for your safety? Do you consider yourself vigilantes?
And I think that's smart of them I think eventually they just started selling a set of keys. So they probably getting the keys made for anywhere from $4 to $5 and selling them for $50, $60. So you could just pay one time and have your own little thing of boots. So if you ever get booted, boom, take it off. Ain't paying nobody nothing.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
we don't fear for our safety though. Like, it's been times where we've had like bad times with like
Let's see, why are these boots predatory?
Man, there's 1,000 reasons the boots are predatory. I mean, when you just look at it for what it is, it just comes across as extortion. Like, how can somebody hold you hostage, hold your personal property? Something as important as your car, you know?
So
how are you going to get home after you?
No, please go.
Yeah, well, just holding like your vehicle hostage in exchange for a fee, and
And I like how he said you're holding a vehicle hostage, because what if you got an emergency and these motherfucking private company then came and put a boot on your car, and you might be stuck in an emergency to where you got a health problem. I wonder how that will weigh in court, because you could probably sue the boot company to say, y'all got to get rid of this boot thing. Now, if you're going to tow it, then it's towed because, but from as far as booting, how this goes, where you wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't even know you wouldn't even you'll park on a Wendy's, these folks will come and boot your stuff. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with Wendy's. It's all scam like type of shit. Like, and I feel like that's just how you make extra money. That's how you jump that big gap. That's how you get past that hurdle, that hill. For some people, you just got to find a nice scam that people are willing to pay their money for and do it if they don't know better. Like, that's what I've realized in Atlanta. It's a whole bunch of things. It's literally a whole bunch of things in Atlanta to where you'll be thinking you investing in something. Like I said, the open mics, all the rappers here, cool. I get one or two celebrities that I know, pay them a little $500, take a picture with me and say, hey, come to this thing, and tell them to show up, make an appearance. Now they acting like they really make all the rappers think you're going to get signed. They got you paying $200, $300, $150. And you get there and it's 50 people that pay that too. So all night from 7 to 8, you might be going on at 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, you don't know. And you're like, this is a scam, bro. You got us all, got our hopes and dreams, put all these people talking about we giving away this amount of money. And at the same time, they already know who gonna win. Seriously, they already know who gonna win. So you just popping up, and drove 8 hours, drove 6, 5 hours, whatever you done drove, cool. You done drove it, but guess what? We already know where this money going. You got to be exceptional. You got to be a phenomenon. You got to be up there. You got to be already superstar made. This is not, I see something in you. I feel like you got the talent. Maybe if you did a little work, we can make some, because your song good, your image good, but you might lack here. Ain't nobody walking up to you like, let's perfect this, that. Let's sign you. I can't promise. Like, it ain't going to be what we want it to be. It ain't going to be like us playing basketball or football, going to a combine or going to a workout or something in front of it so they can see you, and they, because you need a team. You got 5 positions to play, but for this rapper shit, it's like you got to be the main one. You got to be the most popping. You got to be the flyest one. You got to sound the best. You got to do everything the best, and it's it ain't enough room for everybody. Sometimes the groups is good, but at times you see the truth comes out. The groups don't stay together because they'll break up over certain things. Somebody getting special treatment, and everybody feels that they should be specially treated type situations. But yes, Atlanta is one of them. I mean, it goes on. The list goes on and on and on. First time I was in Atlanta, in the first 15, 20 minutes, got scammed by a dude named No Mercy. Literally, he said his rap group was No Mercy. Sold us some bullshit weed, let us smell the good shit. We thinking, all right, we know exactly. Like, it's crazy. We found some weed as soon as we got here. Stupid us. Silly us for thinking that. Get in the interstate, smell this shit, and like, oh, bro, this is some boo-boo. But it was weed. It just wasn't what he let us smell. Real smart. Told us to walk away, all that. Told us my name No Mercy and all that. I'm like, wow. So no mercy if you out there, you a fucked up type individual, man. But on the other side of things. Yeah, just be aware if you come to Atlanta now. And if you come from any major city, you're aware of the scams. Another big scam, how they got my dad when he came out here, was he went to Lenox Mall. They sit and they plot on the side of the entrances where the cops really don't have too much focus, and they catch you coming out and they say something slick. As soon as you walk out, hit that left or that right, boom. Oh, I know you ain't da. Be like, what? And be like, oh, nah, you trying to win it? So they let you win. You put a bigger bet. Then they take your money and walk off, and everybody's in on it. The first person who you seen lose, he was in on it. Even the second person maybe just sitting there rooting them on, but the guy sitting there doing the card, he's definitely in on it too. So it's 3 people in on it. You sitting there coming up betting 1,000, 2,000, this, that, and they got a nice little. It's like earnest money. So they putting out 5. You see them losing 5 and somebody else winning 5, but he losing it to his boy. And then they got 7. You know, another 1,000. You like, damn, I got 200. I know, I can see this, man. I'm about to, and they got your boy losing and went like. So you'll sit there and think that you're smarter than the system right now. You're getting played. As soon as they ready to get you, listen, they got you. As soon as that cup, flip that over. It should be in there. It's not there. Nah, it's over with. But yeah. Let's keep going.
No, I mean, there's no appeal process. There's no due process whatsoever. They're not the government. You know, it's private companies. So they don't give you any type of appeal. It's pay me or you're stuck. And that's all you can call the police, and they'll tell you it's a civil issue. I mean, it just doesn't seem just. It doesn't seem fair. They don't know if you're down to your last $20, and they don't care.
You know, I'm really dying to know. I mean, how many cars are you doing this to, taking these boots off day after day? Roughly, what does a day look like?
Roughly we'll do about like 30 boots a day.
30 boots? I think I've seen 1 boot in my life, so there must be a lot of booting that's happening in Atlanta.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't a lot, but ever since this has happened, there's a lot. Like, there's like over 1,000 boots.
Yeah. A single company, and granted, there's multiple companies in Atlanta. A single company can do 100,000 boots in a year in the metro Atlanta area.
We probably see about 200 each company, 200 boots per company a day.
Yeah, we can't get to them all. We barely get to a fraction of it.
My goodness gracious, that is just crazy. I'm doing the math. 30 boots times 50, what is that, $1,500 a day? That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's great.
Pay the bills.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, guys. Not all heroes wear capes. The Buckhead boots. And Christian, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on.
Wow. So you can see, hey, that's smart of them. That's how you got to be in Atlanta too, man. You got to be ready to scam them back, so to speak. You know what I mean? You got to be ready to scam these folks back. See how they scamming you and scam them right back. In a situation for that, like, oh, it costs this amount to get in here or something, like, okay, you pay that money to get in there, but you make sure you get what you here for. If you here on a network, make sure you getting into the sections. You doing unnecessary things. You trying I'm trying y'all out tonight. One crease, one crack, or I'm slipping through some crack. Pause. But you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to get my money's worth. Y'all charged me 20 for parking, 10 for parking. Then I had to come and wait in line and then nigga, I'm getting what I want tonight, nigga. If I want that picture, if I want to go introduce myself to somebody, shake a hand, see your face, go backstage, get a picture, I'm doing it in Atlanta. Because everybody else is, not everybody else, but a lot of the smart people are going to be maneuvering. You're going to have to stop them and tell them they cannot do something. And that's what I've realized. Out in Atlanta, you got to be like, you know what? You're going to have to tell me no. You're going to have to send somebody over here to stop me or something. Because I'm going to just keep moving. I'm going to just keep moving, not let you stop me. That's just how I work. That's just how I move around here in network. Folks and see me getting played, I'll be like, bro, I ain't paid to get in here. I ain't did it. Like, no, I just walked straight in, bro. Ask them questions like, yo, where's the backstage? Where's that? As long as you wearing that shit, they can feel it on you. High, that vibration, that high energy vibration, whatever they talk about. Yeah. I feel like I'm too high. Let me bring this down some. Yeah, that's straight. But let's see. Let's get back to it. There we go.
Back from going out to a party. So I partied at the Whole Foods in Buckhead, and I was like, I'm gonna walk to Woody's because I did this before. Woody's, take like 2-3 minutes to make you sub and you go back. I get back to my car, It's a boot on all 4 tires. I'm like, nigga, you could have just booted one. Like, what was the point of booting all 4 tires? But yeah, you know what? I thank God for the boot girls. I haven't used them yet. I don't know if they still a thing, but I love what you do. Keep doing it. Keep shining. But back to these apartments. They throw luxury on anything. Because I thought I dodged a bullet with the Icon, but then where I'm at now, our elevators were out. We had one elevator working for a 26 floor building. So I had to shit every time I get off work. So I'm coming home thinking, okay, yeah, like get on the elevator, go up. It's about to be smooth. Get to the elevator lobby. While I'm waiting 15 minutes for an elevator. I'm sitting there waiting, then the door opens up. Why is the whole elevator at capacity? And they talking about, yeah, you can't get on this one, sorry. I'm like, okay, boom, I'll wait for the next one. Mind you, at this point, I didn't know the elevator was broke. So I'm waiting another 15 minutes. It comes again. Elevator's almost to capacity, and I was like, I'm just gonna squeeze in here because I've been waiting for a long time. Everybody's like, oh. So we get on the elevator, it's like, the ass, dick, pussy the ass, like, nigga, it's so compact, and it's black people, so it's hot as hell. So I get on the elevator, mind you, we're stopping on every floor. I live on the 21st floor. We're stopping on every floor till we get to my floor. People are getting in and getting up, and it's just like, people are like, I might as well get on this one because it's the only one that's working. So it's just, the next day, same thing happened. So I'm like, at this point, I'm taking the stairs. I walked up 21 flights of stairs, nigga. 21 flights to get to my room. After that, I text my friend, I was like, never again. Never again. When I move again, I'm gonna make sure I live in something that's no more than 11 floors, and I wanna make sure I'm on like the 3rd or 4th floor. Like, the high-rise life is not the life to be in. Let's dive into these car break-ins.
And a councilwoman is looking to take action following an uptick in car break-ins in our area. Councilmember Keisha Waits is now calling for cameras to be installed.
Come on, Keisha.
Private security measures. That includes the installation of surveillance systems, enhanced lighting in parking areas, and the presence of trained security personnel.
So what apartment complex out here parking in the dark? Because she said some lighting. Are you serious? Like, okay, if you live in Atlanta and you live in an apartment situation where you're parking in the dark, let me know. Let me know. So
police continue to search for suspects behind break-ins at Mariposa.
Dang, they got them boys good. Now, how you out here breaking in cars and you got your picture taken? I expect there to be a camera anywhere I'm thinking about doing something bad at.
Get this, 140 car break-ins that happened there.
2 men broke into 140 cars? Yo, y'all hit me up. Y'all hit me up because we can get a business going. 2 men? Two of y'all. 2 of y'all in 140 cars. Y'all was getting business in. You know what? In the span of a night, I don't even think I could probably break into 2 cars. I'd be so nervous. Fucking I'd be out there. Oh, they coming. Like, y'all have the confidence because that's something I don't have. I would rather leave my car unlocked so you can go in and search it freely than you to bust my window and I gotta file an insurance claim or pay for the window. Some of y'all deserve to have y'all cars broken into. Somebody had to say it. Because why are you leaving $100 on the front seat? I'll break it into. That's so would. If you're not a part of the squad, I don't have a name for them. If you're not subscribed, if you're not a Jamie Honor, you should become a Jamie Honor. Go ahead.
All right, I don't know. I feel like I let that go on way too long. I don't think there was too much value in the end of that, but hey. Oh, well, he said how I got finessed my first week living in Atlanta. Oh, man, brother, join the club.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Mars World Stories. In this video, I'm gonna talk about how I got finessed my first week living in Atlanta. So look, man, I'm from Jersey. I'm an independent artist. So I was like, man, it's only right for me to move to Atlanta and get it popping. At this time, Atlanta was lit. The music scene was crazy.
Hold up. This is, let me see, Lamar's World. Lamar's World.
So if you know, you know. So K-Camp Money, baby. August Alsina, I love it. Rich Homie was popping. So some type of way. Those records was super popping at this time. You know, I had did my research. So I knew about a couple different studios I wanted to check out. So I ended up linking with an engineer that's from Jersey. So I'm like, yo, it's only right, man. From around the way. So that could be a connection for me. I reached out to the engineer. He was like, yo, I'm available this day, this time. I said, all right, cool. Set up the session or whatever. So when I got to the session, I ain't even gonna tell y'all the studio name, but I will say it's by Northside Drive. If you know, you know. Definitely a dope studio or whatever. But so when I pulled up,
Levis Street.
Like, yo, I'm outside. I said, all right, bet. So I came into the
That's literally where I used to intern at. Look, listen, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Whatever. So when I got to the session, I ain't even gonna tell y'all the studio name, but I will say it's by Northside Drive. If you know, you know. Definitely a dope studio or whatever. But so when I pulled up, I hit the engineer like, yo, I'm outside. I said, all right, bet. So I came into the session. Female artist, she was in there working. The female artist had like an hour left in the session. It went a little longer than so. He was like, yo, you mind just wait? I said, nah, it's all good. Like, I mean, I'm in Atlanta. You feel me? I'm like, man, what? I'm in the A, dog. I'm about to network. You never know who gonna pop in this joint. So the engineer was like, yo, bro, you mind going to Wendy's right quick to get us something to eat? I'm like, nah, it's cool. Like I had the whip, so it's, I mean, hell yeah, I got you. So I went to the Wendy's. I came back, so I parked in front of the studio. But the engineer was like, yo, bro, just park on the side. I guess the neighbors across the street or whatever be complaining about the parking. So I'm like, all right, bet. I was like, park on the side of the building, right? He like, yeah, park on the side of the building. And I went inside the studio, gave me food. Everything was Gucci. Shorty's session ended. I'm like, hype as hell. Like, man, I'm really about to be recording in Atlanta. So the session start. So I'm like 15 minutes into the session. I'm making sure my rhymes is straight. And then the owner of the studio comes in like, yo, who car is that with the Jersey plates? My homie like, yo, bro, is that your car with the Jersey plates? I'm like, yeah, why, what's up? He like, yo, somebody just hit your car. I'm like, what? I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, wow. He like, the people outside now. So I was like, all right, bet. So I ended up going outside, and it was like a Ford Explorer that hit my The nigga backed into my car. Now, mind you, my car was damn near brand new. Like, whatever year that was, that's the year of my car. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Big dent on the side of my wheel. Dude was like, yo, it's dark as hell. There's trees over here. I ain't even see your car. Mind you, at this time, I had never been in a car accident. Never been in a car accident. So I really didn't know what to do. I just know we had to call 12 to, you know what I mean? Transfer the information, get his insurance to get mine. He like, yo, fam, this my shorty car. Please don't call the law. I'll give you 10 bands tomorrow or something like that. And I'm like, what? Out of here, like, hell no. Like, I'm like, listen, man, I ain't got time for that, bro. I'm just here to record. I pretty much gotta call the cop, fam. I don't really know what you're talking about. So then the owner of the studio, like, yo, this is my man. I'm vouching for him. Please don't call the cops. Now I'm thinking like, what the hell? The engineer from Jersey, he vouching too. Like, yo, this the owner of the studio. Look, he gonna make sure you straight. Like, you please not call 12. So I'm like, wow. But then I'm thinking like, listen, I'm from Jersey. I don't know nobody out here. And then I'm like, yo, this gonna my industry connects. Like, I'm gonna be known as a snitch. Like, I don't know who they connected to in the industry. Nigga that hit my will. Like, yo, you could take a picture of my license. This is my number. You got my number, bro. I'm gonna give you 10 bands tomorrow. Like, that's my word. I'm like, man, this is crazy, bro. And at this time, again, I'm in the middle of the session. All this just happened so fast and it was just random as hell. I'm like, yo, this crazy. And again, I didn't want to be labeled as a snitch and I didn't really want to mess up the connection. Just moving to Atlanta to network and get connected into the industry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, music is my passion. I love this music. So I ended up, you know, getting a nigga number, took a picture of his license. So the nigga that hit me, he leaves. So we go back upstairs into the session or whatever. So the engineer boy, like, the owner is official. That's the owner of the studio. You got his number. He said he vouching for the dude. He like, yo, he got you. You straight, bro. You about to get 10 bands. You about to be up. Now, mind you, in the beginning, I told y'all I parked in front of the studio. I don't understand why the engineer told me to park on the side. Like, I still don't understand that to this day. Like, bro, I should have just stayed right in front of the studio. He wanted me to park on the side. Boom, I finished the session. Long story short, the next day, I reach out to the nigga that hit my car. No answer. I'm like, oh, man. See, this the bull. I waited half an hour, called the nigga again, no answer. Then I started texting the nigga like, yo, bro, this the boy from Jersey. You hit my car yesterday. Like, what's up, nigga? I need that 10 bands. No response. Hour went by, so I called the nigga number, straight to voicemail.
I tell you that, they be in on some shit, man. You can, and I don't even think he talking about my studio. I'm thinking of another studio on Northside Drive. I mean, there is another one over there right around the corner, and it's been there for a minute. So maybe he talking about that one, because he talking about on the side, then the neighbors. I'm like, oh, no, we ain't never had no neighbors type of problem over there. Yeah, because it was, it wasn't our studio then. But, yeah, that's how folks out here in the AFB, man. They cover for they people. And in situations like this, when you in a different city, in a different place, you can't take people's word for nothing. Do what you should do. Industry people think I snitched, this, that. I understand. I feel like I would probably do the same thing if I was him. Like, all right, nah, this all right. This ain't gonna make me. But what I would have did is also been like, got dude's info, hit him the next day, make sure that's his number. Just be like, bro, I don't need 10 bands for it, bro, but I did look up the parts or something. This the part I need, blah, blah, blah. Just cover this, and it's going to be like 23, 21 or something. He might be like, all right, now I might do the right thing and just good. Because if he's saying 10 because he nervous, he in his adrenaline rushing, and he doing like, nah, you don't want to. Yeah, I don't believe nothing no more, dog. I don't believe nothing, nobody in the nigga. I got to know for a fact. I got to be able to see it through. I got to know where niggas be. I got to know who you are. I'm not doing nothing unless I'm doing it for generosity, and I'm doing it for charity, giving it out, handing it out. Boom, you take it, boom. Because even if it don't come back and did that, I'm cool with it. But all that shit, especially when it comes to my shit, and in Atlanta and other people talking about, nah, we're not doing that. We doing it. We're going to do it the right way. We're going to do this by law. Like, that's what we on. That's the type of time I'm on. Nah, we not. I done did the favors for niggas and shit ain't came back the right way and did that. Nah, I'm not doing that shit no more. Knock it off.
So then I called the owner of the studio, straight to voicemail. So I hit the engineer up like, yo, bro, the nigga that hit my wheel not answering, and the owner not answering, like, what's good? He like, yo, bro, I'm gonna reach out to the owner right now. I'm waiting, no response. I ended up just pulling back up to the studio. Like 2 days later, I just pulled up randomly. The engineer wasn't there, and then the owner of the studio wasn't there. Like, I pretty much act like I was just a random ass person coming in trying to book a session or whatever. They wasn't there. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So these niggas not even answering. So I ended up calling the cops, reporting the situation to the cops like 3 days later, and that was it pretty much. I never heard anything from the owner of the studio or from the nigga that hit me. 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, I already knew it was a dub. Of course, I reached out to the engineer like, yo, bro, whatever happened? He like, man, I don't even know, man. I don't even work at that studio no more. So I was just like, wow. So of course, I ended up having to pay the deductible. You know what I mean? And I came down here with like 5 bands, so I had to take the little deductible out of my 5 bands. I'm just like, bro, this is crazy. That situation made me feel like, yo, maybe this Atlanta not for me, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to come out here on a whole different type of time. I'm trying to network.
Nah, bro, you can't let nigga just get used to that shit, nigga. Like, you should have did the right thing. And as far as I don't know if Atlanta, like, nah, that's just your first little test. That's your first little scare, your little kerfuffle, your first little thing. You know what I mean? Like, nah, this ain't, You ain't gotta act like you gotta feel no type of way. I'm just telling you, I done been out here and seen some things and shit that happened to me. I done got scammed out some shit before, but nah, that's just your first little kerfuffle because you learning how people are and how they move and all that. And once it's building your armor, that is getting it, you know, thicker, pause, but you know what I mean? It's getting it to where you're gonna be able to take some shit like, all right, already it plays and shit that you're gonna see, the things that you're gonna experience when you lose here in Atlanta. It's gonna like take you to like back home or wherever you came from, and you're gonna just see shit and plays moving 2-3 times before they even happen. Like you like, oh, I know what's about to happen. Like you gonna see how things could be manipulated. You could see how things can be predicted to where it can come out in your best favor. You know, that's what I learned in Atlanta. Like, yes, shit gonna happen, but it's like, are you gonna quit? When are you gonna quit? Like, because if you already on that level, like maybe it ain't for me. It's right to have that idea. Maybe this ain't right for me, but it's also like, you know what? Nah, all of Atlanta can't be like that. I'm gonna keep fighting because it's white people, Mexicans, Asians, everybody is out here. Africans, they're all out here, and if they can do it, so can you. That's all I'm saying.
Link with people in the industry, make some connections, and I ended up getting finessed. And it's just crazy. So you definitely got to be careful. And I didn't really want to be labeled as a snitch for real. So that's why I didn't call the cops right then and there. But if that happened today, I'm calling 12. Like, what you talking about for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? That was just a learning experience. But again, at that time, I had never been in a car accident. So I really didn't know how to play this out. And you know what I'm saying? I really should have reached out to somebody at that time. But again, I was fresh from Jersey. I ain't know no bridges. I ain't know who they knew, or I didn't call the police. And this is my first week in Atlanta, so you already know how I was feeling. But it's all good. It was a learning experience, and I'll never make that mistake again. At the end of the day, like, I realized people definitely can take advantage of you, especially if you don't really know what's going on. You definitely got to be careful. If you're not in the loop, or if you ain't really got no connections, and you out here just moving around thinking you just Gucci, and you might want to keep your head on a swivel and just be careful, dog, because you could easily get finessed for real. I got finessed.
But that's how I lost my Porsche in Atlanta. Me personally, when I start getting upset, I start laughing because I'm just with whatever at that point in time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, whatever. I'm with whatever. You know what I mean? So the gas station wasn't giving us answers. Let me see your camera because I get the plates. The van is parked there now. Nobody got out the van. Nobody blah blah. All of a sudden, the person is not there no more. So I'm like, oh yeah, this niggas has been telling us.
Everybody got a story in Atlanta about how they got scammed in con, bro. I'm telling you, it happens. And shout out to let me see who this is real quick. Akinsola Adijumo.
For a minute, and it was waiting for us to slip up. Cool, whatever. My boy was like, yo, let's call cops. I'm like, you think Atlanta PD works like that, bro? You think they're niggas? But let's get back to the story. November last year, I was going out to an event, and I was going to go support some friends and family that was hosting a ball. And I got dressed. There's a car that I loved, and I've saved up a lot of funds for when I was, say, 27, 28 to get. It's one of those big cars that you work so hard to get. Oh my God, I'm ready to get it, blah, blah, blah. And you finally get the funds to get it. I got the car in 2019, and because I traveled for work a lot, I didn't get to actually use the car as much as I would love to, and also work provided a lot of comps that didn't really allow me or feel the need to use the car. I had a work truck. I had 2 work trucks, one wherever I'm going to, another one at home. I flew a lot, so my actual car was just sitting at the house. But like I told you in the last video, I wasn't working like that last year at all, so I had a lot of free time to actually enjoy the things that I worked so hard for. And in the midst of it last year, I get a phone call about a ball, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Some of my friends came down to Atlanta, and I was like, you know what, cool. This is one of the reasons why it's important to be mindful of where you're moving to in Atlanta and why you're moving there. You don't want to move somewhere that you have to feel like your life is always on the edge, bro. It ain't that deep. It ain't. And I get that people try to sacrifice certain safety features to save $200-$300 on rent. You're gonna pay for that somehow, somewhere. Trust me. Safety should be priority in life. But let's get back to the story. They decided to stay in that Jewel area. If you guys are familiar with Atlanta, it's right beside the Navy Federal, close to Midtown, and you can't miss this, the Exxon gas station right beside it. If you guys go to Exxon gas station to be in the hoods, to be so compact and close, yeah, one of those. So we went to the ball. Long story short, the ball was not what it was supposed to be. We're like, you know what, we're dressed, but we don't want to waste the outfit. Let's just go back home. Let me drop him off at the hotel. I'm gonna go back to my crib. It ain't that deep. And of course, he's an out of towner too. He's not the type of person that like understand how Atlanta works. Or I think we're just in 2 separate places in our life. I'm in a place in my life where I don't have to be outside like that. I enjoy the comforts of my own home. I think I worked hard enough. Made up my mind going home, so I'm dropping him back at the hotel. It's a little sketch, but I mean, I get it. Everybody is at different places in their life, and I think this is one of those moments where you never think it would happen to you. You've seen it on ATL scoops, you've seen it on every different platform, but you never thought that you would be the person that it happened to, or you would be involved while it was happening. So boom, we finally get to the front of the hotel. You know, he's just doing his thing. He's not really like going in because I guess he didn't really have so much to go to, or he didn't have other plans or whatever. I get it. So we just chilling in the car. Cool, boom. And like 20, 30 minutes later, I was about to start heading out. Like, I'm about to head out to the crib. I had my show to watch, you know what I mean? So he was like, nah, let's straight. Do you mind dropping me off at the smoke shop real quick down the street? And just dropping back off at my hotel so you can head on. I was like, yeah, I don't mind doing that. That's my dog. So we get to the smoke shop. I'm chilling in the car. And while I'm in the car, he goes in the smoke shop. There's a van that pulled up right in front of us, white van. One of those like cargo vans people use for like, I guess, work. No windows in the back, no 2 windows in the front. It's just weird to me. I mean, like, I grew up in other areas where I'm like, this ain't feeling right, but whatever, we're chilling. And the dude that was in the van never got out the van, but somehow, some way, it looked like he went to the back seat of the van. I don't know how that happened, but buddy that was in the smoke shop went to the gas station. He asked me, hey, do you want anything? He walks back to the car, and I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I don't even. He was like, bro, stop acting like you're still in the military, bro. It ain't that deep. Like, come out the car, come grab something to eat. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I cut off the car. But if you guys know anything about Porsches, they have a twist knob to start, and if you're close by it, it starts. And if you understand the gas system, talking about the Exxon, they're pretty compact. So as long as you're close by and the key can sense it, that bitch will start. Cool. So I get into the gas station, I go to the back, grab me a Monster, and I think I was looking for like snacks or something like that, or candy peanuts or whatever. But while walking through the aisles in the gas station, I'm trying to keep an eye on my car, and I realized it's not in my reviews anymore. So I'm like, I walk close to the front of the counter of the Exxon, right by the exit to the gas station. My car is not there, so I look outside, and that bitch starts speeding off, and it was a Ford Mustang pulling out behind it. I'm hot, heated, I'm punching everything. And in my head, I'm like, damn, I knew better. That was one of the biggest parts of this whole story. I knew better by letting somebody who's not.
See, he's like, bro, you ain't in the military. Just chill out. He disarmed him with that, and he's like, bro, just come on, just do that. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
Experience in this life, or hasn't gotten as much exposure in this type of life, to sway my experience and sway my decision making to put me in a predicament where I can't even fault him for it. I have to fault myself and hold myself accountable. I'm mad, I'm heated, and me personally, when I start getting upset, I start laughing because I'm just with whatever.
I feel like his boy was on this.
Like, whatever. I'm with whatever. You know what I mean? So the gas station wasn't giving us answers. Let me see your camera because I get the plates. The van is parked there now. Nobody got the van. Nobody blah blah. All of a sudden, the person's not there no more. So I'm like, oh, yeah, this nigga's been tailing us for a minute, and they was waiting for us to slip up. Cool, whatever. My boy was like, yo, let's call cops. I'm like, you think Atlanta PD works like that, bro? You think they're niggas? It's a predominantly black city. They've normalized shit like this as part of the city's economy, bro. So I'm like, and by the time the cops get, what the fuck are they gonna do? Excuse my language, but what the hell are they gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, what really are they gonna do? So I'm already heated, on the phone, trying to reach somebody that can, pick us up, blah blah. Pissed me off too. Ain't nobody like being responsible. And I assume it's my fault because I didn't really tell them what's going on. I'm just asking her, can you pick me up? And they're looking at, bro, let's call an Uber. I had to call an Uber, whatever. The dude stayed there, wait for the police to come because he was like, no, he feels bad, blah blah blah. When I say like, it's not about overthinking, it's about being prepared. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes life, if you're not prepared, life has a way of teaching you. And the consequences, or the consequences that you go through for the lessons that you're receiving, it's not worth it sometimes, bro. It's not. Because you might not get another chance to apply the lesson. It's already happened. So to avoid me going at him, I go home. He hits me 4 or 5 hours later, and the cops finally came, give him a police report or a number to reach out. I'm like, whatever. In my head, I'm like, calling my insurance, calling whatever. Just need to get this shit situated. And at that moment, I was like, yo, like, I hate this place, Atlanta. But it's not Atlanta. It's the people here. That's why I don't advise anybody moving to Atlanta to go and sacrifice a peace of mind for trying to save $200-300 in rent. I want to be happy, the shit that I worked for, and being able to see it outside without somebody acting like we're still in the hood. I don't want to be in a hood with precious things that I worked hard for, because I understand that it's going to get stolen. I have worked too hard for it, and then when you do respond to things like that, let's say I shot back or whatever, it becomes dicey because the person's running away and starts self-defense, blah blah blah. Bro, it's not worth it. So because of that, probably why I'm probably seeing with this mic right now. Some of my equipment was in the car too. I lost a couple of things in the car, but it is what it is. It's one of those things where life teaches you, and you have to learn to keep pushing forward, man. But that's how I lost my Porsche in Atlanta. I know it's a video I haven't done. It's a conversation I haven't had with you guys, but when you're moving to Atlanta, have that mindset that, like, is what you're sacrificing worth?
Yeah. Yeah, that picture looked like he was taken in Atlanta. So let's see. I'm just shouting him out. Moving to Atlanta 2024. Watch before moving. House life in Atlanta, Georgia. Dating in Atlanta. Okay, look like that's him. While I'm quitting Airbnb. Okay, that's his niche. I subscribe. We subscribe to you over here, bro. Shout out, good channel, man. But yeah, what else we got? I think that's just where we started at, man.